Tonight we are going to cover off how to overcome self-sabotage with foods. It's a topic of conversation that comes up often. In my free 14-day challenge, we've had a conversation about that this evening. So it's something that comes up. So I thought I'm going to come on and talk about this because it's frequent and give you a bit of background on why you do what you do, how to overcome it. So I'll just give you some time to join. Evening, Heidi. Good to see you. And I have my dog with me, okay? So if you hear any weird huffs and puffs, yes, I'm talking about you, or bashes of the camera, that's why it's not me kicking it, it's this one here. I was like, I'm going to risk it and get up and get my water before I went live, and yeah, he started moving again. I was also laughing at myself because on my laptop is not touchscreen, and I was trying to use a touchscreen. Going, why is it not going live? What is it? So it might be an interesting live tonight. All right, let's get into it, team. If you're on the replay, remember #replay. And if you get value from this, let me know what your biggest win is. What's your biggest takeaway from this? Okay. So as I mentioned, it's something that we talk about all the time. It comes up, self-sabotage around food. It's a pattern where you want to eat better, but then you find yourself in front of the fridge grabbing a spoon of ice cream. You're in a bag of crisps. It might be that you have a day where you just feel like you're eating everything. You're grabbing that second cake. You're grabbing more biscuits. You promise yourself you'll be good. And if that sounds familiar, then you're not alone and you're not broken. So I want to unpack what's really going on and how you can start to shift out of that self-sabotaging behavior. So if we take it back a notch and go back to, well, what does it actually mean? Well, it's not lack of willpower. It's not because you don't have the willpower to say no to the things that are in the house or out and about. It's not laziness, and it's not that you don't want it enough. Self-sabotage is actually your brain trying to protect you. It's driven by old beliefs. So I spoke about, like I say, I mentioned around this, my free challenge today. Our brain likes comfort, and there can be comfort in discomfort. Now you're like, what? But you can be like, have you ever known anyone who hates their job? All they do is moan about it, but then they're still in the job like 5 years later complaining about the same stuff, right? So people get stuck in that discomfort because there's comfort in it. You know what you're going to get, okay? So your brain likes that comfort. It wants to keep you safe. It likes familiarity. So it's really driven by old beliefs. And old beliefs for you might be around you always feel like diets, you don't deserve to feel good in your body, it might be something around self-worth. What's the point? I've already messed up today. So it could be that your lunch wasn't on point, or you ended up skipping breakfast and you're like, hit the fuck it button, as I call it, and you're just like, I might as well have what I want regardless, okay? So if any of that's familiar to you and you're like, but how do I get out of this? I want you to think about it as a thermostat, okay? So you get to a certain weight, routine or comfort zone, and your brain will bring you back, okay? Even if it means like binging on biscuits after a stressful day. So if you've ever been like trying to lose weight and then you hit whatever that weight was on the scale, or you see progress towards that weight, and suddenly before you know it, you hit self-sabotage, you start to eat crap, you stop going and working out, you stop showing up for yourself nutrition-wise, you stop preparing your meals, all the things you basically got you to where you want to be with that goal, you can then undo that and then go back to the sweet stuff, go back to the biscuits, go back to the crisps, and stop doing the things that were working on you, self-sabotaging, okay? And that's the brain's way of keeping you stuck ultimately. And it can happen in many different guises in life, but I just want to cover off around nutrition this evening. Okay, so if you've ever been there and feel like, oh, I hit my weight and then it all went back on again, then it is self-sabotaging behavior, okay? So the first step around how do you overcome this is awareness. So if you catch yourself saying you can't change, then that's a self-sabotaging habit, okay? Like you can't change when you're not noticing it, okay? You absolutely can change your behaviors patterns, but you have to be able to acknowledge it. Now, if you can't acknowledge it or you're in denial, but the chances are if you're watching this, you're actually emitting self-sabotaging behaviors. Okay, so ask yourself, why do I tend to self-sabotage? Is it after a long day? Is it when I'm alone? When I've been good all week and you think it's a bit of a treat to be able to eat whatever the hell you want? Write it down. Just grab a notepad, track your patterns for a few days, and you might find your triggers are stress related, loneliness, boredom. So that's kind of emotional triggers. You might find a situation being at home alone or being somewhere where it's easier to go out and grab cake. Going out with certain people who might be like, Heidi might be like, have the cake, have the chocolate, go on, just have it. You've been good, you deserve it. So it can be around people who could be a trigger. And then it could be physical. You're just hungry, but you've restricted too much. I speak about this where people restrict themselves during the week and then they end up binging at the weekend because actually they've not eaten enough during the week and their body's like, fuel me, feed me. And then you end up overindulging and eating more than you thought you would. So once you see the pattern, hello, Bob. Once you see the pattern, you can interrupt it, okay? So think about that. Once you recognize it, spend a few days, what's the behaviors behind it? Get curious. It's not about beating yourself up, it's about getting curious about your behaviors. Why are you doing that? What's the emotions? What's the environment? What's going on in that situation? Now, one of the tools I teach my client is called pause and plan. So here's how it works. So basically pause when you feel the urge to go and have that food, just take a breath, literally stop and say, what's going on here? So when you reach for the biscuits, you reach for the crisps, the cheese, whatever it may be, just go, what is it that's really going on here? And then ask yourself, plan, this is a plan bit, what do I really need right now? Is it food? Is it comfort? Is it rest or a break? And maybe you just need to get away from your screen and go walk around the block for 10 minutes. So take a pause, just go to the situation, go, why am I reaching for this? And if you don't know, try and journal out, try and write it out and see what happens. And then go, do I really need it right now? If you think, well, I had my lunch, I had full protein, I had veg, I had fiber, so there's no reason why do I want this? Oh, actually, I'm feeling a bit tired. So that whole thing about understanding what it is and going, okay, so I'm feeling tired and what do I need? I just need a bit of rest right now. So maybe it's going off and doing a 10-minute meditation, going outside, just having a break, having a rest from whatever it is you're doing. Okay. So if you do want the food, that's okay, but eat it from a place of choice, not compulsion. There's a difference of going, oh, I really fancy that bit of cake and I really want it, versus feeling a bit rubbish. Oh, there's something there, I'm going to eat it. Like the difference is choosing to have something versus having it just because it's there. There is a difference. And if you go ahead and eat that thing, that's okay too. You're building a new habit awareness. You're not aiming for perfection. As I always say, it's not about perfection, okay? It's about consistency. 80% of what you do, 20% enjoying the things that you want to have. Okay, so here's the part that really matters. What do you do with all this? What do you do next? Well, most women fall into the kind of all or nothing trap. And that's, I messed up, so forget it. It's a Wednesday. I might as well just go all in and then start again on Monday. But what if you just kept going? Okay, one moment of overeating doesn't ruin everything. It's what you do next that matters. Okay, so if you find yourself spiraling, hitting the fucking button and saying, this was a moment, I don't need to punish myself, I can make a nourishing choice for my next meal. Now, what I mean by that is I say every meal, every snack is an opportunity to get back on it, okay? So just because you had that thing, it's not about punishing yourself. You're going to make a nourishing choice. You're going to choose the food that's going to give you more energy, not take away energy, and it's going to take you towards your goals. So that's how real change happens. It's not through rigid control, it's through self-compassion and consistency. So goodness, okay, I had that thing, that's fine. I'm going to tune into how that makes me feel the next 10, 20 minutes in terms of fullness. Why did I have it? Get curious about your behaviors. I'm self-sabotaging again. It's compulsion. That's all right. I've got my dinner coming up. For dinner, I'm having X, Y, and Z. Then I'm going to make sure that actually, because I'm tired, I think I had it because I was tired. So I'm going to get an earlier night and get to bed and get some sleep. So that's going to help my choices the next day. Okay. So that is where the magic happens. Understanding, get curious behind your behaviors, taking that moment to understand it. If you have it, you have it. Not about beating yourself up. It's just understanding what it is going on with you and then going, okay, I don't need to write things off till Monday. I can change this the next meal, the next snack, and do that every single day. So again, you're not going, screw it up, might as well sack it. I'm just going to have a takeaway tonight. I'll restart tomorrow. It's that whole thing of every meal, everything you choose to eat and drink is an opportunity to be healthier and to eat better and to work towards your goal. All right, team. So let's recap on self-sabotage. So I can't say it anymore. Self-sabotage is your brain trying to protect you, okay? Awareness is your superpower. So track your triggers around it. Use the pause and plan tool. And if you slip, be compassionate with yourself. That's come back gently. Go, it's okay. It's just one slip up. Next time, next meal, next snack, I'll have a healthier thing, I'll have something that serves me better. So if this resonated with you and you want more support with your habits, food, and mindset, then I'd love to invite you to the Healthy Wild Women group on Facebook. That's where my women come together. I share lots of different tips, recipes, and tools on there. And remember, change doesn't come from being harder on yourself. It comes from actually being kinder to yourself, okay? So you are human, I'm human too. So it's that whole thing about just be kind to yourself, get curious with your habits, your patterns, know that you can address it the next thing you have, and we're all work in progress, right? It's always work in progress, and we're all work in progress. And you've got this. All right, team, thanks for your time tonight. Appreciate you joining me. And like I said, let me know what your biggest takeaway is from the live. #replay if you're on replay. And I will catch you all on Friday.